I'm Professor Keith Golding. I'm Head of Soil Science at Rothamsted Research, and I'm on the stand here today to tell people about the soil, some of the organisms that live in the soil, and some of the things that they do. We're looking mainly at the top 23 centimetres, because that's where most of the life occurs, and we're telling people about what the organisms that we know do, but that most of the organisms, 99% or more, we don't know what they are, and we don't know what they do. So we're using new molecular techniques to extract their DNA. That enables us to look at the overall diversity, but also to multiply up some of the DNA fragments and identify the individual organisms, and then begin to understand their function and their role in the soil.
We get DNA sequences out of soil cores, and we sequence all the DNA, and then we put it into databases to try and identify what we get. So these are now being assessed within a large database to find out what organisms we can find, and in this case we've identified a bacteria called Listeria penetrans.
We've got several different things here that are more accessible to children. We've got a card game which lists some of the organisms that occur in the soil. It's called Top Trumps, and you win if you've got the largest, the organism with the largest abundance in the soil. Then we've got a snakes and ladders games, which is actually about nematodes, so it's called Snakes and Ladders, and the instructions tell them about things that nematodes do. And then we've got some cartoon books like this one, where we've put some of the science into an accessible format, so that instead of it being a scientific paper, it's in cartoon format, so the kids can read through it and see it in a cartoon way.
These are springtails or colembula, which are a group of detritus feeders. So these are similar to insects, but slightly